Okay, let's talk about where the phrase grandfathered in comes from. If you're confused, this comment is on a video where I very briefly touched on one of the many ways the black vote was suppressed back in the day. We were talking about how Central Park in New York City used to be a thriving black community and it was basically stolen from under their feet. And one of the things that it took away from the people that lived there was their ability to vote because they owned property there. And that was one of the stipulations that they had written into the law, is that you had to own property in order to vote, amongst a bunch of other many different silly things that they wrote into this law. Anyway, this person had commented, oh, that means they were also targeting poor whites and basically any white person that didn't own any property, which is not true because, they would not let that happen. So basically, what it meant to be grandfathered in was that if you were illiterate, poor, didn't own property, and you were a white person, you could still vote if anybody in your lineage, literally anybody, had ever voted previously before ever. There were, again, a lot of white people that were illiterate too, that didn't have any education. So in order to let them continue to vote, they said, you're good as long as grandpa, great grandpa, great grandpa has ever voted, you can vote too. So these people were automatically grandfathered in. So that's where that phrase comes from. And this, again, is why we need Black History Month, because I would be very curious to know how many of you guys actually knew where the phrase grandfathered in came from. Put it in the comments if you knew already.